Oh, I forgot to share the name of this one. So it's called. So you may be able to guess why I'm not able to share much on that. Hello everyone, I'm Vidahe. My handles online go as artsy Vidahe. You can find me on TikTok and Instagram. This is my first YouTube video. I wanted to start a YouTube video for like the longest time, but I always said in my head like I would do it like once I get big, like, you know, once I hit like 1 million followers, or like when, you know, once I have like more of a following. But then I was like, no, like why wait, you know, because like I'm living life now and like I have so much to share, and like that will only grow as my life goes on. So figured why not start now and then have it grow as like my other socials grow, and like, you know, just why wait. I wanted to start it to share my art, to like talk, basically just because I feel like I go to an art college, I go to Pratt, and I do have like an art community there, but I just, you know, like there's so many different niches even in like art, like artists, like they're just, everyone has a different story, and I really wanted to share mine. I feel like I don't want to say my voice isn't heard, but like no one wants to listen to one person yap all day, you know, and like this is strictly for me to yap, you know, like this is my space. I go to Pratt, but it's in a different part of New York, and it's a very small, I feel like there's definitely a very small community, like we're all very tight-knit, and that has its like pros and cons. Like I said, like there's different types of artists, but there's only like so much that you can like so many people you can talk to, which is, you know, part of the reason why I wanted to talk on here. I love painting. That is my major in school. I'm also thinking of being an art therapist. I definitely want to be a painter. I want to have like some sort of degree in that, like major or minor. And I want to be an art therapist because I'm very interested in psychology. I took it my senior year, AP Psych, and then I also took it this year as like an elective, and I really love it. I've been in therapy for like 4 years now. I've had like 10 different counselors and therapists. I'm very like into psychology and like learning about your brain. There's so much about mine that I still have questions about, and like living my life, you know, it's not, you know, no one's life is the same, but like I wouldn't say mine is like normal. I will share more of that, but I don't want to get too much into my personal life right now. I just want to share like my goals for this. What else? I love reading, but I love reading like fiction, but recently I've been really into like, you know, psychology, self-help, and like self-discovery. I started reading The Body Keeps Score by Van some. That was a really great read. I didn't actually finish it because it was due, so I'm like waiting until I can get it again, but that was like very interesting. I learned a lot about myself and like other parts of psychology. I did mention I liked reading, so I definitely want to talk about books on here. I got this book from SVA when I applied. Like they gave it to me and I still have not read it. It's called Starting Your Career as an Artist. Still have not read it. I definitely want to read it and like do like a whole thing, not just with this book, but like with others, because I don't know, I feel like books have a lot of knowledge, and I know I've been reading fiction all my life, but like now I'm like, you know, you have so much more to learn with nonfiction. So I definitely want to live in New York City. That's where I'm gonna go to school, in Brooklyn, the year after next year, but I think that's where like I want to stay. I also love traveling. I'm actually traveling quite a bit this summer, so YouTube will get to see that because I love traveling, and I will relate that to my art niche somehow, because I definitely want to keep it artsy on here, but this is just some of my other personal life. I love having like, I recently started doing a junk journal. I've always loved collaging, but like I recently started junk journal, which I also will be sharing. I have tried clay before. I interned at like an art class for kids and they did clay, so I made this like mug. It's like, it's not the best at all, I know, but it was definitely a fun process. I mean, I'm not that spiritual. I am Hindu, like, by culture. Like, I'm ethnically Indian. I live in the States right now, but I did live in India when I was younger. I also lived in London for like a little bit, but then we moved to the States. Yeah, so I'm not spiritual, but I did have like a phase of like crystals and shit. But I definitely think that like the universe is looking out for me, and everything that is supposed to happen is gonna happen. I love painting my nails. Actually, I don't. I don't like painting my nails, but I like having them done. So recently I've started doing gel, and this is the color I was gonna do next. Yeah. I really want to talk about my art on here. Like, that's the main thing. I want to share my story. I want to share my artwork. I want to share, you know, I just want to make a community and like have a space like that's fully dedicated to me, like me. I want to start being selfish because like it's my life. Like, I'm literally living my life. I need to be the main character of my life. I'm gonna show you some of my artwork that particularly like inspired me to like talk and stuff and like really like share my ideas. This is the one that like I'm most like, this is what inspired me to like get out there, like really, like I really want to talk about things that have impacted me. I feel like I've lived a very interesting life, and some of my art definitely portrays that, and I want to portray more of it in my art. And I feel like being brave and like getting out there is like the first step to like building a community that I want and like that'll help other people. This is a painting. It is an oil painting. I did it last year, so I finished it last year. This painting has a lot of funny stories, which I will get to when I do a video on this soon. Yeah, cannot share any details about this one, unfortunately, but very soon. This is like the main one like I want to speak about, and unfortunately I can't do that right now. This is another one. So this was another like one that's like about like my personal life, I guess you could say. It's called Garba. This one also, I forgot to share the name of this one. So it's called The Parent Wound. So you may be able to guess why I'm not able to share much on that. It was also part of my like AP art like senior portfolio. I actually love this piece. It is kind of like this is one of the first pieces I did that was like, you know, surrealistic but also realistic, and like it was, you know, I really liked how ambitious this was. It's not the best like technical work, I would say, but I really enjoy it and I really want to share about it. This is an unfinished one. It's very long. Yeah, I don't know how to like, yeah, so these are all me. So these are all me in like different things. This one's acrylic. I think to finish it I want to do some oil on it because it just was a hassle getting it to like blend and shit. This one was oil. It's dry now though. I did it like 2 years ago. And this one is also acrylic. Acrylic is primarily like the medium that I work with, but I did try oil with that painting last year and I definitely liked it. Like I definitely enjoyed that experience. I think it's much easier than acrylic, but also if you're like, you know, in a closed room and you're not able to have it in a space that's like, you know, untouchable, like that's kind of like a pain in the ass. But I really like the feeling of oil, and like technically you can do like a lot more with it. This is one of my like first surrealism pieces. I think I started this in 9th grade and I finished it like my junior year. Like I vividly remember painting this during my Zoom class of chemistry. Like this is what I was doing. Again, like not the best technical skills, but I really like it. And this is like 3D. I really like it. I think honestly it's just like I think the words that are throwing me off. This took a lot. Like I did like a whole study on the wave, and then these were pretty easy, but they did take a lot of work. But I do think that they look like realistic, the fish. But I think it's like mostly like the words. But I like them there and I don't want to take them off. And then the cloud like couch. But again, I do like it. So I think maybe I'm just like hard on myself, but yeah. And this one is called Space. This is one I did like literally like a few days ago. This is my final for my painting class. It's like finished, but it has some like graphite that like won't erase, so I might gonna like paint on top of it just so you can't see the graphite. This one, wow, I have so many feelings about this one. And it's like I really like the technical work of this is amazing, I feel, because I don't know, it was like very difficult, but I don't want to talk too much about the individual paintings because I want to make like individual videos on them. But I do like this. It was a pop art, so like the final was pop art, and I think I did pretty well. I think I got a good grade too. I didn't even check because I was like, I know I got a good grade. Okay, this one is also not finished, but it's very simple, but I really like it. Yeah, this one is acrylic. Also, the pop art one, I don't have a name yet, so comment if you have names. Or actually, I'll make a video and then on it, and then I'll ask for names on that. This one is humongous, but I think this is like one of my more well done like technically works. It is kind of simple, but do not be fooled. The background looks simple, but it actually took like literally so fucking long. That one's called Out of My Mind. That one is also acrylic. I like that one. It does have meanings actually. I will also do a video on that. Also this one, this was also for my painting class. So this is, I'm Hindu, I mentioned. This is Krishna, and on one of the stories, actually I don't want to get too much into it. And this one is gouache, and it's not finished, as you can tell. It's so fucking detailed. This is also part of my AP art. Yeah, so that was my first video. I probably left out like a bunch of crucial information, but that's all. I just wanted to introduce myself and get into like the art world. I have no idea what I'm doing. I learned I learned Premiere from my like digital art class for our first year. I'm going to my second year of college, by the way. So like that's, and like we already have it from our like Pratt, like it's like all the Adobe stuff. So like I'm like, you know, I don't have an excuse not to start right now. Yeah. That's basically it. I hope you guys enjoyed my introduction. That was very unorganized. Promise I'll be better as I, you know, move along and get more experience. But yeah, I hope to see you on my socials, at Artsy Vaidehi on Instagram and TikTok, and Artsy Vaidehi spams, I think. I'll put everything on the screen and also in the bio. I will see you in the next one. Bye.